Butterflies fill my spine, I feel myself getting hot again. Nerves rushing through my brain, yeah, they can't hear fire from the trees. You're standing by his side, red drops burning down your face. Getting real close now, baby. Holy fuck, I feel it with you. I lose self-control. Now I found that you're not one to hear me now. You got me on my knees begging for your lady. And like a fool to stand around and let you blame me. And I'm riding in the sky to the heavens like an
Hi, my name is Leo Connors, and welcome to The Ring and All Other Sports. Today I got a very special guest from Supernova Wrestling, Adam Saint.
Thank you very much for having me.
Oh, my pleasure, Adam. Really, thanks for coming on. There's a lot of stuff to get into, so let's get into it.
Okay.
Where'd you grow up?
Lynn, Massachusetts.
Okay, Lynn. All right. When did you first see pro wrestling?
Oh, God. So funny story. My Uncle Mark, which is my father's cousin, used to, for a short period of time, used to work for WWE as a travel agent
Oh, wow.
for a short period of time. So I kind of got stumbled upon into wrestling through him. Somewhere he has a picture of me being held by Hulk Hogan in '86. So
Wow, that's awesome.
So it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But realistically, I didn't really get into it until about 95, 96.
Okay.
I was kind of like a late bloomer
Right.
in terms of that. But like I said, my uncle was always watching wrestling. Was always in the background.
Right.
I had friends down the street from me growing up. They always backyard wrestled. I kind of stayed out of it for a long time.
Right.
Eventually, those buggers dragged me in. Eventually, but you know, that's how that happened.
Well, obviously, I'm sure Hogan was one of your favorites.
No.
Then who were some of your
No.
favorites?
So it's funny because a lot of people were like, "Oh no, my favorite was Sting. I had Undertaker."
Nice.
I'm also kind of like a historian on that too. So if I go all the way back, Rip Rogers, Bruiser Brody, George Self, I can't forget the guy who created the Burton Hammer in New Japan. I can't think of his name.
Oh, yeah, I'm bad with the Japanese guys. The Burning Hammer. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Kabushi, something like that.
Kenta Bushi.
That's what it
Kenta
was.
Bushi.
Kenta Bushi. Raven
Yeah.
from ECW. Obviously, Rhino to Jerry.
Yeah.
Rob Van Dam was like one of my favorites. In
New
ECW.
father.
Yeah, I know. Congrats to him.
Yeah.
And if I'm going down WWE, it's Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels, Undertaker were my favorites. I know it's kind of controversial. Chris Benoit was one of my favorites.
He was a lot of people's favorites.
hey, listen,
he
you know
was.
what?
What he did in the ring was unbelievable.
We can put aside all the other stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
His accolades as a wrestler is what made me a fan.
One
We
of
can
the
put
best
everything
of all
else in
time.
the back on that one. CM Punk.
Yeah.
CM Punk, actually, the ROH days, CM Punk, Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, big Christopher Daniels fan. Spanky, a.k.a. Brian Kendrick. Who else? There's a list. I can probably
That's
go
quite
on.
a few.
But, I mean, the Motor Machine Guns,
Yep.
James Storm,
Yep.
you know. I have a particular list of favorites,
Cool.
you know.
Awesome. All right. When did you realize that wrestling was something you wanted to be a part of? Because now you didn't train to be a wrestler, correct? You're a promoter.
So I'm gonna explain that little backstory there. So Robert D'Amore,
Yep.
Bobby D.
Yep, Bobby D. Love Bobby.
Believe it or not.
Who's from Lynn.
Bobby knows me growing up. He knows me
Nice.
since I was in diapers. So I didn't even know Bobby
Bobby's a
was.
good
I didn't
man.
even know Bobby was in the wrestling business
Really?
until like a couple of years ago.
Right.
I didn't know. He's like, oh, I've been doing this for years. I'm like, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
If I known that, he would have been helping me years prior, but I didn't. So when he made a comment about my friends and backyard,
Yeah.
it was true. Because when Bobby used to live, Bobby was friends with a gentleman named Donley Tsunami Sr.
Yeah.
And I was friends with his sons, Donley and Brian.
Right.
They used to hit backyard wrestling in their backyard.
Yeah.
And this is 95, 96. Unfortunately, I did watch pay-per-view where Owen Hart fell to his death.
Yeah.
And that's when that happened. It was kind of chaotic, but going back to the backyard wrestling aspect
Yeah.
of it, so we started doing that. Believe it or not, I don't want to throw out people's names because I don't want them to embarrass. But one other dude I know that was on your show before, I grown up with, Brandino Davis.
I love Brandino.
He's also the godson of my older son.
Oh, nice.
So
Good choice.
I've grown up with him.
Good choice.
I'm not going to go into details, but he was also part of that group.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were. He's probably gonna kill me later. I'm gonna get a text. But what happened?
He won't see it till tomorrow or the next day.
Okay,
at the
good.
earliest, So.
Gives him enough time to give him a heads up. So basically, what ended up happening was I was also into film. I did movies. I
Okay.
did home movies at first, and then I went did Reel to Reel, which was a film program
Okay.
in Lynn Arts, which we do our wrestling shows at the Lynn Art Building.
Oh, nice.
So I love the theatrics. I love the storytelling of professional wrestling.
Absolutely.
And I think only me, Brandino, we'll go by his name, Brandon. Me and Brandon and maybe one other person.
Yeah.
Oh, our late friend Mike Zappa were the only ones that really were kind of serious about it.
Right.
So I ended up eventually going into. I went to Killer Kowalski's before he passed away.
Okay.
So I had the pleasure to meet him in person while he was still alive.
Guy was a great guy.
I went in about 03, 04. Never finished training, so I'll be straight out. I will never say, I got trained by that, because I never got my training never got finished.
Right.
So what happened was I left prematurely. My mom didn't like the idea of me doing it, so that kind of led me to leave.
Yeah.
So I left. Then when I left, I hooked up with a couple of friends that went there, that finished, that were wrestling.
Right.
But I was just doing like pop-up wrestling promotions that didn't last. They were just one and done type of deals. And I was doing ring crew.
Right.
And one day, a promoter, I don't remember the guy's name, but he didn't have anyone for the main event anymore because the guy he originally had didn't show up.
Right.
So he was like, "Hey, does anyone know and all the other guys did 2 times prior that night, so no one else wanted to do a third.
Yep.
So he went to the ring crew. Who the hell here knows how to bump?
Yeah.
I was like, and then my buddy kind of nudged me, and he's like, "Go."
Right.
I do. So I got stuck getting my ass beat. And then, kind of got the bug to continue to wrestle again.
Right.
So I went back to wrestle for a bit. I wasn't the best, wasn't the greatest. And like I said, eventually I kind of just about 2015, 2016, I stopped wrestling. And then I just full-time promoter booker and creative. Nice. And that's what I've been doing ever since.
And when did Supernova Wrestling start?
2014.
Wow, that's been around for 12 years.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Actually past that now. We're
Okay.
But
No, it's 12.
no, it's been past because
Hey, I can add. I'm from Lowell, but I still can add.
We started January 2014.
Okay.
So you're right. It's about 12, 13, something like around
That's
that
awesome.
time period. I'm horrible in math
That's okay.
anyway, so thank God you're here for that. So we started off.
That's not good for you if I'm your math guy.
I'm in trouble. So we started up at Kevin Landry School out in Holyoke, which, by the way, Kevin Landry's a great guy. I love the dude.
Awesome guy. I haven't seen him in 2 decades.
Dude, it's funny when I first got introduced to him, he rolled up around the corner with a big vehicle with his face plastered in the side. And I was like, oh, there's Kevin Landry.
Yeah,
he's
man. Is he still?
still jacked. Yeah.
Wow.
That hasn't changed.
Wow. I met him and he worked a show for Jeff Costa.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I used to go to all Lobster Man shows and sell merchandise because I got the merchandise from the catering jobs I did.
Oh, there we go.
You know what I mean?
So go back to what I was saying. So we started SNW there, which it wasn't SNW at that time. It was Nova Promotions. We eventually.
So he still had somewhat of the name.
Well, it just carried over. We just rebranded.
Right.
But so we ended up doing that, and we also had the late Jeremy Bell was our first referee. God bless him.
I wish I would have met him. Everybody
Dude, he
loves
was
him.
such
I
a
know.
great guy.
Everybody loves him.
And I'll go back to my buddy Mike Zaba in a bit too.
Yeah.
So I tried this booker promoter thing before that. So essentially, S&W was the predecessor of a previous failed attempt.
Right.
So back in 2010, I started Adrenaline Wrestling, and I was renting out the RWA Renegade Wrestling Alliance. It was doing Bump Factor. I don't know what that was called back then, either the Chop Shop or the Bump Factor.
Well,
It
the
was
Chop
something.
Shop, I remember.
I
the
mean, there was
Chop
like
Shop.
tons of. I was
Right.
there for almost every single incarnation of that.
Oh, really?
So in 2010, we did something called Adrenaline Wrestling, which was a failed, absolutely dog shit attempt. Pardon my language.
Okay.
A dog crap attempt at it.
Yeah.
And I took 4 years off to kind of regroup. Went back to filmmaking, started doing movies again. While I was doing that, I was jotting down ideas how to make it better, because a personal friend of mine and Brandon passed away.
Right.
And Brandon made his promise
the
to
guy,
him.
Mike?
Yeah, Mike.
Okay, yeah.
Mike Zaba, who Brandon made a promise to become a professional wrestler in his honor.
And he did.
And I promised to do the Zaba Cup every year in his honor,
Right.
that's all it was supposed to be.
Right.
And then it just bloomed into what it is now.
Right.
Sorry, I'm all over the place.
That's okay.
But
Don't worry about it.
so just so you understand, that's the genesis of what
Right.
eventually became S&W. So then we started at Kevin Landry's. Then we went from Kevin Landry's. We went back to RWA's Bump Shop.
Yep.
Or Chop Shop. I don't know what it was called
Right.
at that point. We did all that until they something happened. I guess they lost the building or something.
Okay.
So when they lost the building, we went back to Kevin Landry's to finish up that year, which was like 2015-ish.
Okay.
You know, I'm pretty sure it was 15, because then we went to XWA Event Center, which Jose Perez,
Right.
you know, joined and helped me book my shows.
Nice.
From 2016 all the way up to about 2018, 2019-ish.
Nice.
Before COVID. For that time period, we were over in XWA Event Center. And then COVID hit, obviously, you
Right.
know, the whole world shut down
Oh,
at that
yeah.
point. Then in 2021, we went to Gloucester, Massachusetts at Carmine's, doing wrestling tapings there.
Oh, okay.
God bless, you know, late Carmine passed away. You know, God bless him. And,
Sorry to hear that.
you know, he was a great dude. Then after that year, we started going back and doing live shows in 2022. Went to Tewksbury.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't do many shows. We did a selective few, maybe 3 or 4.
Okay.
Just to get our toes wet again. And then we just continued that all the way up
Right.
to now. In 2022 is when we rebranded to Supernova Wrestling.
Nice.
So
Awesome.
And
Now, you did some stuff in Gloucester. Do you know Freight Train? Matt
I
McGee?
met Freight Train,
Matt
yes.
McGee, yeah. Great
met him.
dude, man.
I like
Great
him.
guy, man. He is. His
Really
son's a
nice.
good kid, too, Caleb. Good dudes.
Kalen wrestled for me once.
Oh, did he? Nice.
No, twice actually, twice.
Yeah, both good dudes, really good dudes.
oh, yeah.
So, I'm just curious, well, who else? Was there anybody, do you remember anyone in your class when you were training at Chaotic?
The only one I remember was
Because back
it
then,
wasn't chaotic. It was
was it Holland?
Killer Kowalski.
Killer Kowalski's. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I think my class. I think I had the horror Joe Lewis.
Yeah.
I'm not 100%. I don't remember much of anyone that was in there, because I'll be honest with you. I got hit by a car February of 07, so my memory's all scattered. So all my memories are just pocket stuff.
Right.
So, but to be fair, I think he's the only one I remember who I actually bumped into later on when I was physically wrestling. I had a tag team partner by the name of Roberto Sanchez. Real name's Roberto Colon.
Right.
He was trained by the Eddie Guerreros.
Oh, wow.
Was trained in when ECW had a wrestling school at that point. So he was my tag partner. We used to do shows every Monday up in Portland, Maine, and I reconnected by just a freak chance with the horror, and we just realized we were in the same class.
Right.
You know, I don't know how that
right.
happened, but that's just how
Right.
that happened, you know?
All right. Well, when did you go to your first wrestling show? And was it WWE or was it an indie show? Was it an indie
actually.
show? Can you tell
Yeah,
us
yeah.
about it?
So I went to it. My Uncle Mark took me to an indie show, and this was a show where it was a cage match. Wait a minute. No, backtrack. It was WCW. WCW, the main event of that night was Sting, Macho Man Randy Savage in a cage match. That was my first one at that it was called the Fleet Center at that
Yeah.
time before they renamed.
Right.
And then the second show was an indie show where it was Raven and CM Punk was the main event.
Oh, nice.
And it was like a really low key Actually, it was funny. The guy who was the opening match later on that night broke into a closed convenience store and bled to death
What?
for a robbery. Yeah. So it was funny. That night he wrestled whoever that guy was. And
Right.
the following that same night, he broke into a store, caught an artery, and bled to death.
Wow.
So
That's
any
crazy.
wrestling, man. You know?
Right, right. All right. Well, why don't you tell us about the first show you promoted?
Oh God, that is a good one.
Which is obviously
Way back.
Yeah.
So
way back.
we're talking about with active fans, right? If we're going with active fans,
Yeah,
it
for sure.
was 2015. I want to say at that time we were in Providence, Rhode Island at the RWA. I don't remember exactly what the date was. I know it was summertime.
Yeah.
Because at that time we only ran from June to like November. We
Okay.
didn't we're seasonal.
Yeah.
I don't run year round. So we did a show there, and at that time we couldn't sell tickets, so everything was a free show.
Right.
And it wasn't like exactly packed.
Right.
but
No, I
it was,
hear you.
It was a good, decent crowd. Same people that you would see in probably any other show that any other promotion ran out of that building at that time. So we did. I'm trying to remember who the hell we had for that show too. So we had Natural Born Killers, NBK, Dirt Deville, Bob Gunn, which were friends of mine, which was a continuance over when we first started in 2014. Jake Shopnell. I had Chic. I had Angel. I had Jersey Brawler was on part of that show at one point. We had, sorry, I'm like trying to remember. Rainy Guerrero, Kenny Roberts, Jose Rios, Mr. Grimm, Judge Logan Chambers.
Yeah.
Derek Simonelli, believe it or not, was
Yeah.
wrestled for me a
Okay.
couple of times. So did Derek Conway, Delia Hayden. Oh God, the list goes on. Zaparo.
Yeah. Morgan Kennedy. No, he didn't. Huh?
no.
No Reggie.
No, no Reggie.
Reggie.
I don't even know him personally. I just know.
Right.
he's
You know
a part
that's
of
not
that
his
group.
real name, right?
Oh,
Right. Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
right.
He's a good dude, man.
But I had a collection of people. Dick Lane at one point wrestled for me.
Same
Actually,
Dick Lane.
Shane Leader, Tom
nice.
Billington.
Sean Leader.
Sean Leader.
Sean Leader, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I keep screwing.
I
that up.
hear you. Well, listen, is your next show in April?
Okay, so this is where it gets interesting. So last year, S&W introduced the draft. So
Yeah, that's why I wrote that in. And then what is that? These are all that were in matches? Because it was the list of people after.
those were people that got drafted.
Oh, okay.
So I'll explain. So we started last year. We did the draft. So
Right.
because we have two shows, we have Vortex and we have Shock.
Okay.
And I run Shock, and my business partner runs Vortex. So think of the NFL, you have your
Right.
team,
Oh, yeah.
and that's essentially the idea is. So we end up having a draft. It's not your traditional draft where both teams have the same number of draft points, picks.
Yeah.
It's not like that. The top. Last year we did by points. So
Okay.
whoever made the most points would get the bonus pick. And
right.
then we had a Survivor Series-like match
Okay.
back in August, and the winner of that, whatever show won that, we get not only the first pick, but they'll get the last pick of the draft.
Okay.
And that's how we did it. So this year, Vortex won that team, that Survivor Series match, so they got the first pick and the last pick, which was the 13th pick. So both brands had 6 each. However, at Halloween Chaos last year, we made a trade. I trade my Apex champion over to Vortex in exchange for their open world, the world openweight champion.
Okay.
So we swapped champions. So they got an extra pick. So we only went in with like 5.
Oh, okay. I
time
got you.
around,
Yeah, yeah.
so.
All right, that's cool. That's an interesting concept
Yeah.
for an indie company.
Last year, Vortex drafted Drew Gulak.
Really?
Yep.
Now, see, and you brought up Drew Gulak. Have you ever asked him about his brother Rory?
No, I have not.
Yeah, I mean, he used to wrestle. Remember, he was Little Nick Mondo.
Get out. For real?
Yeah, that was Rory Gulak.
I didn't put two together.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, I'm surprised. I guess he doesn't want to wrestle because I would imagine his brother would have said, hey, man.
Well, Drew Gulak's a great man. I don't care what anyone says.
Right.
Met the man. Great
That's,
man. Great
that's
knowledge.
your interaction with him.
No,
Absolutely.
just in general.
No, I hear ya.
I get it. People want to believe whatever they hear.
Right.
But,
No, I hear ya.
unless you know the person and get to know the person.
Gotcha.
Me and Drew talk even after business. Like,
Right.
he'll say, he hit me up and said Happy Thanksgiving. I say Happy Thanksgiving to him. We went back and forth, Happy New Year, whatnot. We talk about our families.
Yep.
Like it's more than just that. Like the guy generally cares about the business, cares about who he works with.
Very talented dude.
Really, he worked really hard with us. Like he didn't have to. He didn't have to do anything. He had, but he did it out of the love of the fact that he loves the sport. And I will be forever thankful for him for even coming on our show. Because actually, it was funny. One of his students wrestles for me and asked him about coming on with us.
Right.
It wasn't opposite. I didn't reach out to Drew.
Oh, wow.
So it was like a weird flip almost.
Yeah.
Like
That's
was like,
wild.
okay, cool. I wasn't gonna say no to that.
Nah, he's a talented dude. He knows the wrestling business inside and out, man.
I mean, we had what for Halloween Chaos. We had Soul Taker, Drew Gulak.
He's very
Cheeseburger.
controversial, Soul Taker.
He is.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say he is.
Listen, it wasn't technically speaking.
Yeah.
I know what the situation was. However, he did a very extremely great job being extremely professional for us when he wrestled for us. He didn't do anything too controversial that would have been like, oh my God, you should never book him
because you
again.
guys are family friendly, right?
All ages.
All ages. Okay. Yeah, it's the same.
So-
Right, yeah.
So I always tell people this. There's a fine line difference between family friendly and all ages.
Okay.
Now
what is that?
Now you're gonna ask why is
Yeah,
that?
what
Okay,
is that?
we're like a hard PG-13.
Okay.
So could they re-slate? Someone can slip up. There could be a swear. They're gonna be a little bit more of an adult overtone,
Right.
opposed to a family. When you think of family friendly, you're thinking goofy crap.
But yeah, you think
George
a
the
lot of kids.
Clown,
You think a lot of
midgets,
kids. Right.
All that.
Oh, yeah.
That's not what we do. We don't cater to that aspect.
Right.
We cater
All ages.
all age show.
Gotcha.
And it's funny because everyone's like, "Oh, you're family friendly." I'm like,
Right. Okay.
We book some questionable people in terms of their gimmicks, so
Right.
I don't want to say family friendly per se, but we don't go over the line.
Right. I
And
hear
that's that's what I have to seriously correct people because it's like, oh, but you put like when someone makes a comment about us booking Soul Taker, like, come on, we're any other freaking goddamn independent company.
Right.
Like, listen, I known Beyond wanted to book them. I known Focus Pro booked them the next night.
Really?
I mean, there's a bunch of people that still
Right.
book Soul Taker.
Yep.
Like, don't go come at me with that crap.
No, I
like,
hear ya.
People would book him in the heartbeat because he is controversial. He's clicked.
that is true.
He's an
That is true.
attention. Okay? If you're a businessman and you're struggling to get eyes on your product, you're going to book the next controversial person. It's just how it is. That's not the reason why we booked them. We booked them because generally the man who plays Soul Taker is not a bad dude.
Right. He's out of New York. Right.
Yeah, Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit, Michigan.
Okay.
But we got him. We got cheese. By the way, Cheeseburger is absolutely the definition of class act professional. ROH guy, great to have him. Last year he was amazing. I was surprised we even got all three, and we got Mr. Grimm back.
Right.
Mr. Grimm was like one of our top talents in 2014. Was it 2015 and 16 when Mr. Grimm came in. He did the first ever Zaba Cup, lost in the finals, came back, went to the finals, won it.
Yeah.
Also won the Apex belt, held the Apex belt all the way up until 2018 or 2019, and then he lost it to King Leon the Sixth.
Yep. Oh, I know King Leon.
Yep.
I thought I had him booked the other night. Instead, I had the other Steven Garcia.
So what ended up happening was, yeah, man. No, we have some interesting. I can go down a whole list of history with SNW. It's
No,
crazy.
I got them all written down anyways, all from your shows. So I wrote 'em
Perfect.
all.
I mean, we also had Joe Gacy.
Nice.
Joe Gacy wrestled. Mr. Grimm, Joe Gacy versus TJ Sakes was on there. We've had Jay Freddie. He
Yep.
also faced Mr. Grimm. We have had IndyCar Mafia take on Tough Guy Inc., which is Brutal Bob Evans and Tim.
Tim, yeah.
Wildman Congo was there too.
Nice.
Like we have had, like I said, we have had collection of names.
Right.
I mean, we don't book them all the time. We don't.
Right, no, I understand that.
We don't. I actually think Drew Gulak's the only one we've booked more than once.
Right.
And that's because he's such a great guy. Like you want that in your locker room.
Oh,
you
yeah,
want
yeah,
that.
yeah. He's gonna be able to
another
help you,
another
right.
gentleman that I booked out of Florida named Drew. He's the technical alchemist himself, David Mercury. not only that he's been in the business forever, he was there when Florida Championship Wrestling was Florida Championship Wrestling.
Yeah?
He owns a wrestling school with Jay Lethal and Big Con, which was part of the Ascension, Connor.
Right.
So he owns a wrestling school with him, wrestles with us, been with us for the last, going all the way back to when we were doing tape-ins in Gloucester. And he's an amazing man. Another solid veteran that you need in your locker room. And I recommend that to anybody. You need, sometimes your locker room's too young.
Right.
And you need that veteran to come in and kind of like level out the environment.
Right.
Kind of set a tone for what it should be, you know?
So I promise, because I want to try to help you plug the show. Is your next show on the Razor's Edge?
On the Razor's
April
Edge
10th?
is April 8th. Oh, no, excuse me. Yeah, you're right.
Friday, April 10th. It's at the Neil Rantoul Black Box Theater, Lynn, Mass.
At 25 Exchange Street, Lynn, Mass.
There you
Just
go.
so you know, that's Wednesday Night Vortex. And so that's a Wednesday Night Vortex show.
Okay.
We also have another show April 24th which is a Friday, at the Beachmont VFW at 150 Bennington Street, Revere, Massachusetts, for Shock TV tapings.
Okay.
So yes, we have 2 shows in April.
Excellent.
One on the 10th, one on the 24th.
Excellent. That is awesome. All right, Adam, let's get into this really quick with the fan questions. I wrote it all down. It's just nuts. I'll be honest with you, I don't think he meant to be rude, but sometimes he comes across as rude. My first question asker, Joey Kilmartin. What is Supernova Wrestling, and why have I not heard of a single person on the roster, but yet I am well up to date on the indie scene in New England? Following that up, Tiana Costa, because most of the terrible wrestlers like Yusef. Joey Kilmartin, who's Yusef? Tiana, exactly. Then Shiz Blackheart Lansky, your partner?
Yep.
Okay. He comes aboard and says, Joey, maybe you need to look harder. Joey, obviously being the wise guy. Nope, I definitely don't. Maybe one guy on that roster is someone I've seen before, low-level places. If it's a bunch of yarders, that's fine. But don't expect me to recognize them because they booked one kid who rolled in wrestling school. J.P. Griffin. Joey, you never heard of Drew Gulak or Cheeseburger? Okay, talking local wrestlers. Johnny Pierce, Stevie Legend. And JP has a point on that one. Joey followed it up. JP, people are still booking Drew Gulak? That's wild, LOL. And yes, I've heard of Johnny, but that's it. My question wasn't meant to be derogatory, but based on everyone's response, it answers enough questions. JP, Joey, I get you're very sarcastic, so am I, but a lot of these workers are from reputable schools. Some travel from out of the area. So just because you don't know who they are, and yes, one has a reputation, but I haven't seen anything negative for him the 2 times I met him. Joey, JP, see, that's an actual answer. Thank you. I don't doubt that I just think it would turn more people away than bring them in now. Adam, yourself. Joey, see, you would think 3 shows in a row in the same venue we sold out with out-of-state talent. With some local talent had to do with how we promote and what we have done in that area. Great answer. Followed up by you again. Joey, also, to be honest, it gets stagnant when every promotion uses the same talent over and over. Last year we had Drew Gulak, Cheeseburger, Mr. Grimm, and the Soul Taker on the same show. So we actually invest in our shows and in our story center. Yes, we could do more. I will cover more at the interview. Do you want me? I'm just going to go through all this really quick, okay? If you want to say something, stop me. Okay.
Go ahead.
Tiana, why would you use Yusef? She's back on that again. Tiana again. Also, TV tapings, what channel? Shiz, SNW TV. Bobby D to save the day with something real. Ask him wrestling in backyards inland. Did that get him started to get into the business? Bobby, he already did answer that for you.
Yeah, I already answered that.
But thank you very much, Bobby. Rob Fuller, can't wait. All right. Now, Yusef, to defend himself. I love how I live rent-free in everybody's mind. People going out of their way to try and get me unbooked places, which is hilarious because I'm just a dude. I keep to myself. Nobody's got any dirt on me, which that's true because I've not, other than Tiana, I've never heard anything about bad things to say about Youssef. So they have to say I'm terrible or don't deserve a booking. But hey, at least they're talking about me, laughing out loud, even if it is from a fake account. Great answer, Youssef. Tina Marie Webster. Youssef, it's crazy. I've met you a few times, and you are an awesome dude. Zach Zamzow.
Yep.
I can't believe people actually come on here to bash another. I've worked with Adam Saint. He's done SNW shows, concessions, etc. All on the roster were very respectful, regardless of skill level. Leo is gracious enough to give a platform for anyone in the business to use to get exposure, and I find it rather disrespectful as a whole. At the end of the day, we all love this sport/business, and I'm happy to be a part of it in any capacity. Anyways, Adam, are there any plans to run shows in New Hampshire or Maine again? Hope us all is well, bro. So we'll stop right there real quick and you can answer that question.
Okay, so currently right now we are so right now we are up to 13 to 16 shows this year,
Oh, wow.
which is actually triple what we normally do.
Okay. Yeah, because you were saying you run like what, June to November?
No. Since last year, we run March to November.
Oh, really?
So we expanded to 9 months, and we also have a show annually in Montreal, Quebec, Canada.
Oh, wow.
So May 9th, we're up in Montreal.
Nice.
But that's for Shock.
Yeah.
So the day before, Vortex is doing an all-women's tournament in Lynn, Mass.
Okay.
So that's on the 8th of May. So Vortex has one day extra than we do. We have one less date.
Okay.
So it doesn't line up with the TV tapings because we're trying to have 32 episodes.
Okay.
There's no way we'll meet 32 because we're like one date short.
Right.
So I'm like, well, we need to add another date somehow. So right now I'm looking at potentially coming back to Maine. We've actually been barbared a lot about people wanting us back in Portland.
Nice.
The 2 shows we did in Portland, I guess, rubbed people the right way and they wanted us
Nice.
back. So
Wrestling's
you know.
hot in Maine.
Yes,
Right now.
yes,
Very hot.
you would never thought that would
No,
happen because at one
exactly.
point there was next to no promotions.
You could say thanks to Randy Carver Jr., my friend.
Yep.
That's why.
Women's wrestling is
Don't
freaking
get me
amazing.
wrong, other companies are doing really good things, but they must obviously, feel a gratitude to someone like Randy who packs the places.
Oh, he does.
Every show he does,
the
man.
Lewiston Coliseum, he did freaking amazing. The shows he's done there. He's right now doing South Portland. He's doing over by the Thompson Island
Nice.
complex, which is freaking amazing. I'm like, kudos to him, man.
Yeah, he's a good young promoter, man. All right, so Zach is still here. Who are some of your favorite talents in the area to work with, and who would you still like to get in contact with and hopefully get them on shows of yours?
Are we talking about local?
Some of your that doesn't say local, but who are some of your favorite talents? You could give local and national. I guess, if you want it.
I would like to see Brandino Davis back on SNW.
Yeah.
And I would like to see Blade Bandit back.
Nice.
Those are the 2 that I actually would like the book again. Who else would I want? That's local, at least. Mike Montero.
Yeah.
I freaking heard he's back now.
He's back.
So I would love to
yeah.
bring Mike Montero back and have him versus Mike Law once Mike Law is fully healed and have that Mike versus Mike 3. That never
Nice.
happened.
Yeah, but
But,
it's nice
yeah.
to have Mike Montero back in the business.
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%.
All right, JP Griffin, putting himself over. I love you, JP. How do you put together the best commentary team in all of independent wrestling? Serious though, it's a great family to be a part of. So the commentary team is JP Griffin and
Bailey out. I don't remember Bailey's last name. I'm sorry, Bailey. Don't kill me. Bailey's essentially a rookie. This is his second year with
Yeah.
us, but he went to college for essentially sports communications, acting,
Nice.
voice acting, and whatnot.
Yeah.
Great voice for it.
Excellent.
Definitely knows that he's a sportscaster by heart. So you can tell by his voice. We also have Lacey Schutz, who is a journalist from lastwordsonsports.com. That was just a beautiful situation because she came in, she did a couple of articles on Supernova, and she really loves wrestling.
Right.
So me and her talked, and I said, hey, it'd be kind of cool to have you on the commentating if you're down for that. She said, yeah, sure.
Nice.
So we have her. We're still in the process. We also have Quan Milliken or Q Millie. but currently he's overseas. He's also an actor. And then right now, now that we have can't pronounce his name, something Stoner.
Yeah.
Viachi Stoner. I'm horrible.
Oh,
at butchering names.
Versace.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he does commentating.
Oh, he does?
He does commentating with Lacey. Yep.
Nice.
So Shock has Lacey and Stoner.
Yeah.
And Vortex has JP and Bailey, which actually makes sense because of how Bailey's voice kind of culminates and does all the.
But
good.
I mean, and you said he's fairly new. While JP's been a veteran, been around this business for decades.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm just saying. So that definitely would probably help the young kid.
Definitely.
Being like less nervous and stuff, having such a
definitely.
veteran. You know.
We originally had Tony Jones. Tony Jones.
Oh yeah, Tony's awesome.
But now Tony Jones is our commissioner of S&W. So.
Talk about a great voice.
Oh yeah, he is an amazing one.
He's got a great voice.
Oh yeah, does radio. I for a brief moment I was doing podcasts with Tony Jones and his group of people.
His episode most watched.
Wow, nice.
Almost 2,400. It's not too shabby, man.
That's
For
not-
me, for my numbers, that's pretty damn good.
Nice.
All right, your partner here, Shiz Blackout Landscape. Okay, now for some reason I don't think any of that's his real name.
He will kill me, so I have to keep a secret identity.
All right, so listen, this is from your partner. Especially for some talking shit about our talent is because they ain't us and could never come close. And one midget who's supposedly been all around New England and didn't know this promotion is absurd. Okay, now that's done. Now we're back to real questions.
Correct.
Okay, Des Marrero. Mm-hmm. What's your Mount Rushmore matches in SMW? That's a great question.
You know what's
though.
funny? I've been dwelling on that question when I read it. I was like, God damn
That
it.
is a good question.
God damn you, Des. God damn you.
He works for you.
He does. And
Yeah,
he's great.
I hear
Great
you.
talent.
That's
Actually,
awesome.
I've been following him since last year.
He's been asking questions every week, man. So, Des, thanks. I'm looking forward to meeting you one of these
Appreciate
days.
it.
I really
You
am.
definitely need to get a hold of Leo soon. So I'm going to go all the way back. So I'm going to go with the Judge Logan Chambers defending the Apex Championship against the 2015 Zaba Cup winner, Randy Guerrero.
Okay.
Which ended with Randy. Now, when you win the Zaba Cup, you get 3 chances at a belt.
Okay.
And if you manage to win the belt, then the 2 other shots are no longer in play.
Okay.
But if you lose, you still have 2 more chances. And it has no expire date. So
okay.
you could have left the company for like 5 years and then come back and use it. So it's crazy
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. So Randy
That's a different concept.
Yep.
I got to give you credit for that. Seriously.
Yeah, I have a lot of different ideas that I can melt down later.
Right.
But that match was amazing because it was a great storytelling to the point where Randy used his first 2 in a row,
Oh, wow.
which was really crazy, and it was really well done.
Right.
Then the second match, I'm going to go tag team. I'm going to go IndyCar Mafia defending the Gemini Championship belt. Oh, no, at that time it was Nova Tag Team. The Tag Team Championship, actually have 2 tag teams in that. But first that one against Tough Guy Inc. against Brutal Bob Evans and Tim,
Yep, Tim Hughes.
which was a good one. And then I want to say the triple threat between, I don't know what's up with triple threats, man. Mr. Graham, Joe Gacy, and TJ6 for the CZW World Title
Oh, wow.
and the Apex Championship.
So
which
that
he-
was Kate Gacy was the CZW champion.
world champion at that time,
Right.
correct? And then the last one would be an interesting one. It would be Natural Born Killers, Dirt DeVille, Bob Gunn, taking on the team of the Disorder, which was the Diabolical Jack Cougar and Scott Lador, and they were taking on the Lady Killers, which is Alec Price and Kelvin Campbell.
Oh, wow. Sexy Calvin Campbell.
Correct.
That's-
And then Alec Price recently signed with
Right.
AEW.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And he's part of the tag team with Oliver, which is called Buster in the Brain.
Yeah.
Fun fact, the Lady Killers, which was Alec Price and Kelvin Campbell, was the last Nova Tag Team Champions
Oh, really?
under the Nova Promotion banner. Yep.
I want to go back real quick, Howie. Like you said, Bob Evans you booked, right?
Yep.
I mean, that is a great job of booking a solid veteran that can show you how to run a locker room and
Correct.
everything, like a Drew Gulak. Bob Evans is right there with him.
Oh no, he is. And then you know what?
Incredible.
You know what? I'm looking at the cameras for
Yeah,
this
yeah.
one. Bob Evans, mint.
Yeah.
Any advice that comes out of that man is gold. I even talk to Bob Evans once in a while, not often, but when I do, me and him talk. We were talking about a recent guy that I booked last year, who he did a seminar with and has done a
Nice.
couple of shows with, and has brought him in a couple of the shows, I guess. Young man named Ray Spannon out of Ohio.
Okay.
Great kid. He's like the crossbreed of Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. He has the physique and the look of it. It's pretty funny. Some people call him Seth Reigns. But once again, Bob Evans is a great dude,
Yeah.
and he's a prime example of what you should be. You shouldn't be tearing down people because you don't agree with the aspect of how they run business or what they
100%.
First of all, we're all adults.
Yeah.
If you don't like what someone does, guess what? You don't have to freaking do it.
Right.
You don't have to be there. You don't have to stay.
No.
You can. There's the door. Go.
Yeah.
Like why?
I understand.
Why go run your mouth? I just don't. I don't understand it. So.
Neither do I, to be honest with you. I really don't. All right, so listen, I got a few more questions that I wanted to ask.
Shoot.
All right, so somebody already asked that one. Where do you do you have like a 5-year plan or anything? Do you know what I mean? Like,
That's funny. So I originally had no plans.
Okay.
This was just strictly for a memorial for Mike Zaba. It was not
Right.
supposed to branch into what it eventually became. This was a product of Mr. Grimm. It was you, man. It was all you. So I remember we're at the XWA Event Center. He pulled me aside and he's like, listen, man, this is 2016. I remember this very, very, very well. He goes, what are we doing here? He's like, are we playing promoter or are you a promoter? Is this a wrestling company or is it just a men's club?
right.
You know, he was like, listen, man, I'm holding this belt. I'm coming up here from Maryland. I'm defending it and whatever. He's like, when are we going to take this serious? It was him that kind of put the fire into my ass.
yeah.
And then we got what we got now.
Nice.
So 5-year plan is touring, actually. The Canadian project was the first step. So we're going on our
Nice.
3rd year running in Canada.
Yeah.
And then,
That's awesome.
yes, it's no easy task.
No,
It's a whole
absolutely.
logistic nightmare, but it's workable. I have friends down in the Carolinas that actually wrestled with me when I first started. They came all the way up to North Carolina to wrestle for me.
Oh, wow.
So
They came up from
North Carolina
Yeah,
to
yeah.
wrestle for me. So I'm still friends with them, and we're working on bringing SNW down to the Carolinas. We may be heading up Florida at some point in the future. There are plans to go to Mexico. That is up and down. I have a buddy of mine that's a promoter down in Mexico, and it's kind of like, the problem is he wants to do talent exchange, but none of his talent have passports right now, and it's kind of like one of those, you know,
Right.
he feels that would be unfair if my guys come down and he can't bring anyone up, so that's why we haven't done it yet. But that was a conversation which is still in conversation.
Right,
route.
right.
There's a buddy of mine from Australia who wants to come up and wrestle and put his belt, and him and his girlfriend want to put their belts on the line. So we have
cool.
a lot of interests in different aspects. It's
Nice.
just the logistics, the finances,
Right,
and
right.
if we can get a ring rental.
That's cool. I got a friend of mine that wrestles in Finland.
Oh wow.
Wow, yeah.
That's crazy.
And when I met him on Facebook, he just started talking because he said Tuukka Rask grew up in his neighborhood. He saw I was a Bruins fan and a wrestling fan.
Nice.
But he was just a kid when he said cake and we talked, and now he's a pro wrestler. He's been a champion quite a few times.
Nice.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. All right. So who right now are your Supernova Wrestling title holders?
Oh, good one. So I'm gonna just do it by brand because it's
Yeah, yeah.
easier to remember.
Right, right.
For Shock, we have S&W World Openweight is the Cold Hard Truth, Johnny Pierce. The Asgard Bastard is Josef Odowson, who is our TV champion.
Nice.
And our Gemini champions, which is our version of the tag team.
Okay.
Under Lucha rules, is the Methods of Manslaughter, which is a huge fraction, but the members are Morningstar and Stevie Legend,
Okay.
which is a weird combo. And then on Vortex, the Apex champions, the Chef Peter Gianni, the currently the Infinite 8+ champions, the Technical Alchemist, David Mercury, and then the S&W tag team is vacant right now.
Excellent. Excellent. We got a little less than 14 minutes. Let's play the name game.
All right.
Probably gonna name guys that I'm really familiar with first.
Sure.
Barnaby Combs.
Love him. Great guy. Great entertainer.
Did Aaron wrestle for you too? His old tag team partner?
Yes.
The Hard Work Heroes.
Yep.
Nice. Any like memories of them working?
When they first debuted, David Mercury was the one that came up to me and asked if I can put him and his Barn Means tag partner on the show. I said sure.
Nice.
And we've worked a couple of times. I like Barnaby. I think he's a good character.
Yeah,
The crowd
definitely.
loved it. But yeah.
Awesome. All right. How about Frank Bones and Greedy, the CIA?
All right,
I think they have
so-
another guy in the group, Richie Mack.
Richie Mack. Actually, I'm gonna say in general, all that whole group.
Right. They're
Corey
from Lowell.
Briggs. Yeah.
Is Richie from Lowell?
I don't know.
I know Greedy and Frank is.
Greedy, Frank, Richie Mack, and even Corey Briggs.
Oh, there's 4 people.
There's 4 people in
Okay.
CIA. All of them are great people. I relate to Frank a lot. I relate to Frank. I think
know
Frank's
Frank.
a good
He's
guy,
a
very
good
easy to
dude,
talk
man.
to.
Yeah.
Also, if anyone needs ring rentals, hit up Frank.
Yeah. Or T Phoenix, depending on where your
Yeah.
location is.
Oh, actually, you know what? That is fair. But like going back to saying, I love working with Frank. I put the Apex Championship on him before. He did a great job as our Apex champion. Unfortunately, I think he broke his leg that year going into his reign, which kind of cut it short, which
Right.
kind of was stinky. So far he's won the Zaba Cup. He has won the Apex, and he's won the tag belt and the Gemini belts in his short period of time being with us.
Yeah, Frank's a good dude.
Oh, yeah.
And he works hard, man. He works
Oh, he
really
is.
hard.
He is.
How about Jermaine Marbury in Dunks? I just found out what Dunk's name was. I didn't even know.
All right. So funny story is we booked him. I think he's a good guy. I mean,
Talented, man.
very talented. very
Great
talented.
gimmick, too.
Yes.
Great
Yes.
gimmick.
And I don't know if we're gonna bring him back or not, but
Right.
I honestly think I know what's funny. I was telling someone he would be great for a promoter to do a show in Boston a night before a Celtics game. And I shit you not. If you guys do it, please just give me the credit for it. I'm telling you, a Celtics game a night before during the playoffs, do a wrestling show in the city the night before a Celtics game, you're gonna sell out with him as the main event. 100%.
I don't even know if wrestling fans even know him. The Marbury that played in the NBA, Stephon Marbury,
Stephon
who was an
Marbury.
incredible basketball player, but very controversial too. But he was awesome. All right, how about Brian Bayside?
I like it.
Talented kid, man.
I love Brian Bayside. Great dude. I know some people may have their issues with him, but I like him. I
Right.
always like Brian Bayside. Me and him talk.
I have never heard anybody say anything bad about him, so I haven't.
There's some
I'm sure
selective people, but you
Of
know what?
course. Everyone
but
has them.
that is the business,
Right,
right?
exactly,
But to be
exactly.
fair, Brian Bayside, great dude. He's done amazing with Focus Pro with
Sure has.
with DC Hannon over there. Yeah, man. No, I mean, once again, kudos to Focus Pro.
Yeah.
Hope you guys continue to light it up. Like
They're
the way
doing a
you're
great
doing.
job, man.
Same thing with all the other promotions that I have good relationships with,
Right.
Kaiju Pro Wrestling and all that.
Yeah.
They're all just really good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. How about I know he worked for you a bunch of times. He's my favorite wrestling goat. Freaking Flax.
All right, so it's funny. When we went and moved to the Bump Factory, he was there in 2015.
Right.
So there's not many people left from like when we first started, and he's one of the very rare that
Yeah.
still continues with us. I like Flax. He had the Gemini belts with Stevie until Stevie turned on him.
Whoa,
At Howling
Stevie.
Days, I
Turning
know.
on my favorite goat. I'm not
I know,
happy with
I
you,
know,
Stevie
I know,
Legend.
I mean,
He's a good kid, Stevie, too, though.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Flax has his chops about him. He wants to put his flicks in on Stevie at some point. So
Oh, that's funny. All right. How about Brahim Haddad?
I only worked with him twice.
Yeah.
Both times I enjoyed it. Good guy, good wrestler.
Yeah.
One of the few that comes out of the Bell Club. And like I said, You know, there's not much to say about him. He just, you tell him what he did, he does really good,
Yeah.
and he goes out and executes it.
I don't. Is he doing jujitsu or something? He does something. I'm not positive
I'm
what it
pretty
is,
sure he
but-
does a version of BJJ.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not
Great
100%
dude,
sure.
though. Quiet guy.
Yes.
Quiet guy.
Very quiet.
But yes, guess what? Those are the guys you need to
gotta
be
watch
careful
out,
of,
yeah.
man. The quiet guys. But no, really good dude. Really good dude.
Yep.
Stevie Legend. I was just teasing you, Steve. I love Stevie.
A good kid that I think he's finally getting out of his shell a bit.
Right.
He has his moments where he's a little, but he gets the jitters.
Right.
But I think,
He's young.
I feel that come to S&W was probably the best for him because
Good.
we had to change something up fundamentally for the betterment of him because everywhere else he gets over.
Right. Right.
S&W's been having a hard time. The fans, some relate to him, some don't. It's
Right.
kind of a
Yep,
weird,
yep. He'll get there.
But I think now that we finally put him in the best situation to thrive, at least in S&W.
Right. Nice.
So.
All right. How about Clipper Jones?
Oh, love Clip. Great guy.
WWEID guy, right? I think he is. If I'm wrong, I'm
think-
sorry, but I think he is.
I think you're getting Cappuccino Jones.
Oh, yes. Nope. That's exactly
Confused
who
with
I
Clipper
am. Thank
Jones.
you.
Sorry,
You're right.
Clipper.
Yep. Sorry, Clipper, but you're right. It is
It's
Cappuccino
Cappuccino
Jones.
Jones.
Sorry,
Yeah.
buddy. You'll get there. You'll get there, Clipper. I promise. You're going to get there. All right. Sean Knight. Talented kid
Very talented.
from a good tag team.
When he wrestled, he wrestled Johnny Pierce, which was a good match. I'm trying to remember who else did he wrestled. Johnny Pierce. I think that's it. I think he just wrestled Johnny Pierce that show. I could be wrong. I have to go back and watch.
Okay.
But I known him back when he was in tag team for the Haven.
Yeah.
He was always been very, very talented, and I think he's thriving as singles.
Nice.
So.
Kai Long King. One half of the Miracle Generation.
Come on, they're
One half.
Him, and Dustin. I'll just make it easy, just
Yeah.
in case you have Dustin Waller in there. They're both phenomenal athletes.
Unreal. I finally saw Kylon wrestle in a singles match. It was like a 5-way at a GCW show.
Well, he did singles match for us back in April of 2022
Okay.
against Jesse Nolan.
Oh, yeah, Jessie. Yeah, she's good, too.
Yeah. Yes, she is.
She's from up in Maine, correct?
Yep, I know. Yep.
No, I'm not. Yeah. That's who I thought she was.
Yep.
All right. How about Johnny Pierce? Big John. I love
I
Johnny.
love
He's
Johnny.
a good dude.
Johnny Pierce is the definition of a great dude.
Yeah.
So recently, I had to drive 2 hours up north from where I live in Sanford to pick him up and bring him to our draft night show.
Yeah.
But I absolutely love Johnny. Johnny is such a class act.
Yeah.
And very soft-spoken guy.
Big guy.
Oh, athletic as hell too.
Big.
I mean, we're finally stacking up their opponents for
Yeah.
him. So I mean, it's gonna be fun this year.
Nice. All right, well, I'm going to go with the female. And I'm probably going to butcher her name. Nashoba Niara. The wolf. The one.
Oh, yeah.
Nashoba Niara.
I'm just gonna call her Alicia.
Well, that's her real name. Yeah.
That is
You're cheating.
no. I just don't want to butcher it like you are right now.
I always butcher
Great
it.
person. She has wrestled for me before.
Yeah.
Actually, this is the
Quite
third
she's a
time.
veteran.
She's like a third time she's wrestled for me.
Nice.
And I have none but positive things to say about her.
Excellent. All right. Jesse Nolan.
Great person. Great talent too.
Okay. How about Blade Bandit?
Love him. Actually, me and Blade share the same birthday. We're both born November 15th.
Really?
Yep.
That's kind of neat.
Great guy. I didn't even realize we're about the same age.
Oh, no
Like I
kidding.
actually think he was born about the same time as me. So
Wow,
it's like it's
wow.
funny, but he has such a great charisma. He's a very positive attitude human being, hard worker. So yeah, no, I
Okay.
actually like Blade Bandit.
All right. I'm probably gonna butcher this name too. Nahir Robles.
Nair Robles.
Yeah, I didn't do that bad.
Okay, so Nair is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, twice in the pro wrestling women's rankings at 200. I think the first time was a little bit lower, but this year she went up a little bit.
Nice.
So, which is great. She's held multiple championships. Hard worker. The definition of no sleep is her. She puts it out there, and you know what? I'm surprised she hasn't got signed yet.
Right.
100%.
Well, this girl's looking really good, and I wouldn't be surprised if she gets signed in a year or two. Shannon Levangie.
Amazing. Actually, you know what? Draft night was the first time I worked with her.
She's so good, man.
She is.
Seriously.
I actually watched the match. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Another one that's going to get picked up at some point.
Right. Okay. Johnny Canine.
I you know what's funny? I known him way back.
Oh, do you?
So yeah, I known him back when I was doing the Bump Factory. This was before he actually got like more and more training as he went. But Wild Hound, actually, I was surprised how athletic he really was.
Yeah.
I was like, holy crap, he can actually do that. And I was like, cool, you know? So, no, I actually like Johnny.
Excellent. All right. How about Mustafa Jordan?
Amazing. Technical, another technical masterpiece.
Yeah.
A good friend of mine comes from the Torture Chamber Pro Wrestling up in Montreal, trained by Drew Onyx. He is also he's went to New Japan Pro Wrestling dojo in New Zealand.
Nice.
Trained there. Been traveling internationally. Was the AIWF World Shoot Fighting Champion. And we'll be seeing him a lot more. Him and Drew Gulak put on a technical show, masterpiece.
Yeah, and I'm sure. I mean, Drew Gulak can wrestle, man. Like they always joke around, say Ric Flair could wrestle a broom. I'm sure Drew Gulak could wrestle a broom too.
I think
That's
Drew Gulak
talented.
can probably wrestle a flea.
Right. All right. How about Braylon Johnson?
I like him. Once again, first time. I've seen some of his footage. I don't think he's a bad wrestler at all. Once again, first time working with him was draft
Right.
night. So I think it's a bright future for him anyway.
That's not one of the members of Waves and Curls, right? 'Cause that's a
No. I'm pretty sure
Oh,
he's not.
Braylon Jordan, I think,
Yeah,
is the other one.
yeah.
Okay, all right. How about Red Dog?
Love Red Dog. Actually, it was funny. When he first moved to Massachusetts, a mutual buddy of ours recommended him for me, the book. Ranch Hand Carl. So it was like, oh yeah, I mean, I have a guy coming up there who moved to Massachusetts. His name's Red Dog. You should totally book him. And he happens to be really good friends with Mr. Grimm too. So it all worked out.
Right.
And I never turned back. I absolutely love booking Red Dog, and I will continue to book him as long as he wants to wrestle.
So who are your bookers? Are you your booker?
So Shiz. Okay, so it is kind of a weird dynamic going on. So overall, I run S&W in terms of like, there's the top guy, and then there's Shiz, and then everyone else below us.
Right.
So I decided this year was the year to give Shiz a chance to run his own show.
Right.
Shiz has some great ideas. It just me and him clash a lot. You know, it happens. You're just going to butt heads with your partner. So I told Shiz, hey, listen, here's the deal. Let's just do 2 shows. You do Vortex, I do Shock.
Yeah.
And let's see how everything goes. Nice. And then when it comes to joint shows, I'm essentially the head booker, and he's my assistant booker for the head shows.
That was my next question. Do you have like somebody that you run your ideas
Well,
by? I'm sure he's run by you both.
I have for Shock. We have a creative think tank, which is CJ Knight,
Okay.
Tony Clash's cameraman Matthew Soares, Eddie Whiteman, and I forgot who the other gentleman is. Oh, I'm bad. And then of course it's me.
Okay. Well, listen. Why don't we publicize your next show? It's going to be on the Razor's Edge, Friday night, April 10th, at the Neil Ranto Black Box Theater in Lynn, Mass.
Yep.
Make sure you guys check out Supernova Wrestling. Adam, thanks a lot, buddy. Seriously, thank you for coming on, man.
No, you too, man. Thank you.
All right. Peace. Hi, guys. I hope you're enjoying the show. Listen, I could use a little help to grow my YouTube channel. So if you could please like, share, and subscribe. That's most importantly, subscribe. Send me a direct message, and I'll give you a shout out here on the show. My YouTube channel is real simple. It's just my name, Leo Connors. Thanks in advance. Peace.